Hello there, my beautiful Leos, and welcome to or back to your channel. This is your daily reading for Wednesday, June 17th. Keep in mind that time is fluid and you can resonate to any of these readings if you have strong Leo in your birth chart. We're going to start it off with a fortune for the day to see what your fortune is, Leo, and you have assert yourself. Go for what you want. The time is ripe for soulmate connections and birth of a child also likely. Okay, so some of you may hear some news that somebody has given birth when this card comes through. This fortune deck is very literal, so that's why I do say that. There is also this energy of you asserting yourself and going for what you want. The time is now to make that move. Put yourself out there. Apply for this, apply for that. It is ripe time for soulmate connections if you're making a move on love or moving forward with love. Let's see what else you got going on here. But your fortune is to assert yourself in any way, shape, or form today. Take action, put yourself in the lead, and or find yourself in a position of going for something that maybe you've been thinking about but haven't actually been doing. Now is the time to do it. Let's see what else you got going on here, Leo. We have Eclipse and Pisces with free will. Serve your higher purpose. All right, so when this card comes through, there is a very, very strong, specific energy indicating that you're either going to do it or you're not going to do it, right? And it matches extremely well with your assert yourself fortune because you actually have to take the free will action in doing so. Card number 36, Eclipse and Pisces energy. Some of you have that in your chart or around you. Doesn't have to be, but this is something that will become yours through inspired action, right? Think about the word willpower. You have to, what's the quote? Where there's a will, there's a way. But you actually have to do it. You know, you actually have to take the action. You actually have to put yourself out there. You actually have to assert yourself. So this is going to come from you serving your higher purpose and actually saying, you know what? I'm going to take a gamble on myself. I'm going to take a chance on myself. Maybe I don't know exactly what's going to happen from this, but I'm still going to try and I'm still going to go for what I want. And that is very interesting here too, that this card holds that energy of Pisces. Pisces ruling the 12th house of the unknown. They're considered the dreamers. Sometimes Pisces energies, they seem very delusional until they create what they were delusional about. And then people are like, well, how did you do it? So you may find yourself in that position too. You know, what you're going towards or where you want to take action in around this time. Not everybody's going to be able to see your vision. Not everybody's going to be able to see your why. And that's okay. It's not their why and it's not their vision. It's yours. So I'm not telling you to be Delulu, right? But there is an energy of sometimes you just have to trust. And there may not be any type of physical evidence of it, but just going down the path of the unknown could be beneficial. The angel that is with you for the day is honor your feelings with Archangel Haniel. Thank you, Haniel, for supporting me as I honor my emotions. So there's something about your energy this week is very detached emotionally. And I'm not surprised that Archangel Haniel is coming in this daily saying, hey, I need you to honor your feelings. I need you to feel your feelings because your feelings are going to be what gives you that sense of willpower and going with what you feel. So this gives me a strong indication that you're getting intuitive downloads. And, you know, there are going to be times in life when we're more emotional and we're more logical. I feel like with you right now, kind of going off of what your recent readings have been for this week and into this week, you have this aloofness to you, Leo, and your readings are guiding you to kind of find the balance between detachment and connection, detachment, logical energy, and emotional and feeling your feelings. Because intuitive energies come through as gut feelings. Your mind is maybe not going to be able to make sense of it. So having an energy of finding that balance Archangel Haniel is coming in to help you do so. So now there could have been something that happened that caused this aloof energy or this detached energy in your vibration. But this energy is really going to help you restabilize, like, all right, and find like the neutral ground, not being too detached and not being too attached, but finding that middle energy. So honor what your gut feeling is telling you to do, because you're definitely receiving downloads towards it. Let's see what your other fortune card is for the day. Leo, you have the snake. There it is. Your intuition and healing powers will guide you to a better path. Just be careful. Exactly. So I'd be careful with the detachment. I'd be careful with the separation of your energy to your emotions, because I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better card with the snake to come through, because that's exactly what I was just explaining. How your intuition is followed by feelings. It's not going to be able to be that easy to articulate what your intuition is telling you when you are super detached and when you are super aloof and super logical. So you have your intuitive healing powers trying to come into play for this path of where to assert yourself, but I'd be careful of over logic. I'd be careful of being over analytical and shutting off your feelings. I'd be very, very careful in doing so, because you might miss the message. You may miss the intuitive download. So I kind of want to see what's underneath these cards for some reason, but I don't know where I put the tea leaf deck. Oh no. Where did it go? I mean, that deck can't go far. It's just a bunch of circles. All right, well, I don't know where it's at. So, maybe that's purposeful. Let's clarify it with the astrology blueprint cards then. And then we'll open up the spread with the tarot. Yeah, I don't know where the tea leaves ran away to. It's got to be somewhere close, but... Okay, here we go. Let us see... All right, so underneath the eclipse in Pisces, you have Uranus. There you go. Originality, diversity, technology, experimental, and freedom. The word freedom under the word free will. Love it. So Uranus ruled by Aquarius, all of that out-of-the-box thinking, right? What I told you with that eclipse in Pisces. Your vision, your imagination, your dream is not really supposed to make sense for other people, because it's yours. It's your original energy. It sets you apart from other people's dream, other people's energy of where they're supposed to serve their higher purpose. Underneath the honor your feelings energy, we have the 10th house. There you go. Reputation, career, fame, and responsibility. So I see where your energy towards emotion is being stumped right now. You're very focused on an energy of career, of leveling up, of that 10th house energy of focusing on your priorities and your responsibilities. And sometimes when we do this, we're almost on like autopilot in logic. So with this combination of cards, the 10th house, to honor your feelings, and the snake, I'd be careful of a burnout. I'd be careful of a burnout. Doing too much at once to where you're kind of just like on automatic mode. Nothing is happening. You're just like feel like a shell of a being. So I'd be careful of that for sure. And underneath that snake energy, we have Mercury, communication, thoughts, ideas, visions, and manifesting. Exactly. This is where you're getting the downloads from. This is where you're getting the ideas and where you're getting the visions through your energy of intuition. Mercury, there you go, rules the mind. So the fact that Mercury is right underneath the snake is exactly what I was feeling. Don't let the logical mind and the analytical mind stump you, block you from feeling what you're receiving through intuition, through downloads, through, you know, sometimes we feel the need to do something, but the brain can't figure out why. That's those type of energies. Sometimes the brain isn't going to figure out why. Go with the feeling. So I'd be really careful about being too in your head. Too much in the head, too much in the logic, too much in the autopilot mode. I would really be careful of any type of spreading yourself out too thin and burnout. And that may be where you need to assert yourself. Do we need to place some boundaries here? Leo, maybe some boundaries with work, some boundaries with when you are available for work, or when you do want to work, or when you don't want to work. You know, I get that too. You know, I'm a reader and a massage therapist. When I hang out with people, all of a sudden their neck hurts and they're like, I need you. And I'm like, I don't feel like doing that right now. Or, you know, someone comes by and they're like, actually, can you pull a couple cards? And I was like, I didn't know I was going to be working. So, you know, some of you may need to assert yourself in an energy like that, in some way, shape, or form. But let's see what your overall energy is from the tarot. Okay. You have confront with the moon. I mean, hello. This is the energy of feelings, emotions. What you're receiving, right? Honor your feelings. What's in the back of her head? A big moon. So your overall energy is the moon, which is crazy because you have this eclipse in Pisces. Astrologically, the moon is ruled by Cancer, but in the tarot, it's ruled by Pisces. So you must confront your feelings. Confront your intuition. There is no longer the time needed in avoiding what your intuition is telling you to do, telling you to go, where to put your energy, whatever the case may be. Moon indication, if I'm going to look at it astrology-wise, in the energy of Cancer being the mother. You also have this card saying birth of a child is likely. Somebody may expose the fact that they are pregnant and or have given birth. There could be like a confession here when the moon comes through. But I feel like this is your own energy. I mean, the moon coming out in your overall energy is kind of just going like literally perfectly with everything else that's being said here. But let's see, on the moon, we have the Page of Cups. There you go. Feel your feelings. What is it? What's up with this week in your feelings sector of things? There's something going on. Anybody with the astrology around town? Is there something going on? With like, I don't know, emotional energies or maybe even super strong logical energies being hit for Leo, where it's almost like the energy of the reading is trying to get you back into balance of the logic and the emotion. Some of you may be feeling something a little stronger than you're actually expressing. With that overall energy, and it may be finally time for you to be a little bit more open with what you're feeling called to do, what you're feeling called to love, maybe who you're feeling called to love. Maybe you need to give yourself a little bit more self-love, setting some boundaries, asserting yourself of spreading yourself out too thin. What's coming your way for the day is the Ace of Swords, so some type of new communication, new information is coming in for you. Ace of Swords could definitely be some communication that you have been awaiting to hear. Could also be somebody expressing their feelings. Could be you finally deciding to do so. Your influence is the Emperor. Yeah. Not surprised with you having the Emperor in your position. Your unexpected energy, Five of Cups. Your advice is the Hierophant. And your outcome is the Star. Huh. All right, so I see where there's the avoidance of feeling, emotion, things along those lines. There is this energy of, well, if I don't feel anything, at least I don't get my hopes up and get disappointed, right? Unexpected energy, Five of Cups. Almost where you're like, well, just in case this situation does disappoint me, I'm not trying to feel it too strongly. Like, I'll feel it on this level, but not on the deeper level. But you may be pleasantly surprised because the Star is in your outcome showing wish fulfillment, hope, and healing being restored in your energy. You have the Emperor in your influence showing me that you're really standing your ground for something. You may find yourself in the lead or in control of something right now. The Emperor could be in a position of making a power move as well. The Emperor in the big deck literally says the word lead, and you have assert yourself, and the Emperor's in your position. So let's clarify this here and get some more details. On the Ace of Swords of what's coming your way, we have the Six of Cups. There's some love. Oh, you may definitely be getting an emotional confession around this time. That changes things. Ooh-hoo. Something's going on here. And now, you know, you do have assert yourself. You could be the one that's like, you know what? I'm going to be a little bit more honest with how I'm feeling. I'm tired of hiding it. I'm tired of playing it cool. That's what I feel like is going on here. Somebody is tired of playing it cool in an aspect. I do feel like you could be receiving a confession, and the universe is like, honor how you feel in terms of receiving this and free willingly respond how you want to respond, right? Do you want to give it logic? Do you want to give it emotion? Do you want to give it something in the middle? But there's definitely some type of communication, conversation, or expression, confession that could definitely be changing things. It looks like it's very sweet as well. Six of Cups is a really sweet energy. Six of Cups is an energy of like kind of just like that simple type of love. That love you don't have to stress out. That type of energy that just feels like it flows nicely. So I feel like there could be some type of conversation, maybe where it's mutual. You're expressing how you feel. They expressing how you feel. And I do feel like for some of you, if this doesn't have to do with like romance or like friend or like something like that, this could have to do with an expression to work. Expressing maybe how you're feeling about what you're doing, about your job, about what you're feeling. On the Emperor with your influence, we have the Ten of Cups. Very nice. The Eight of Cups. Hello. Four of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. Yeah, you're just like, it's like there's like happiness here, but you're just like, let me see, Six of Wands. Okay. So you're in the receival energy. It's just this, there is just this, I don't know if it comes from fear or if it's coming from insecurity or if it's coming from like trying to avoid disappointment. But your energy is so interesting because it's like what's happening here is good and it's feeling nice and you're getting these downloads of where to go, what to do. You're receiving some really nice communication, some really nice information. Things are shifting for you. But there's just this open close energy that you have. Open close, open close, open close. So I don't know what's going on this week with your open close energy, but we'll see how it continues forward. This could be the day that changes things for you, where you go from closed to open, because you do have the Wheel of Fortune here. Let's see, in your unexpected energy with the Five of Cups, we have the Four of Wands, we have the Five of Pentacles, we have the Sun, and the Star. So there's wish fulfillment. There's healing. You know, assert yourself, indicating the time is ripe for some soulmate connections. Could definitely be that you are opening up your heart or in the process of opening up deeper to another person, where there's that like back and forth energy. You know, 10th house, I have things to do. I got things to focus on, but this is also in front of my face that I feel like I should also give my energy to. But, you know, you have to take the free will action in doing so. So some of you have just let this moment pass you by, and others of you may take advantage of it. But with your unexpected energy, it's like, don't fear what could go wrong, or don't fear the potential of this disappointment. Live in the present moment of what you're feeling right now. And Archangel Haniel is going to try to help you to do that. Try to help you honor what you're feeling in the present moment instead of future focused thinking. Like, oh, you do have Uranus and you have Aquarius twice. Okay. So your sister sign is Aquarius. Aquarius is a very future focused sign. But sometimes Aquarian people have a lot of anxiety because their mental is so future focused. So sometimes they do have trouble sitting in the present moment because they are so much thinking about what is next to come. And you know, Uranus here, they're ruling planet. I mean, they were also traditionally ruled by Saturn, but now they're ruled by Uranus in the modern day life of things. But yeah, I could see why it was your first planet that came out, and now you have the star here twice. That indicates Aquarius energy. It's like this is asking for you to live in the present moment. As much as you'd love to future think, it doesn't ask for that right now. On the Hierophant, because there's an unexpected blessing here. The Hierophant also delivers a blessing. Five of Cups, see that turnaround energy to the Page of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. So it's like something is going to work out for you. Those, you know, in the Five of Cups, there are two cups that are still standing up. But the Five of Cups energy is so focused on the three that fell down that they're not realizing that two of them are standing up. So today is going to show you that there is hope. That there is a new path. There is a better energy for you to obtain here. You know, if you're asserting yourself in some type of way, there could be this reflective thought process of, you know, past energy. Well, the last time I went for something, this happened. Or the last time I asserted myself, this happened. Don't think that way. Try your best to not. And your advice is giving you that because there is something that is like working for you here. The Star, outcome, justice, good karma, Chariot with a breakthrough, and the Two of Cups. There it is. There's those Two of Cups that are still standing up. Right there. So this definitely could have to do with an individual, another person, or people in general. But I do also feel like there is this energy that is separate that actually comes into connection in the past. So as you follow your higher purpose, there could be a soulmate or soul tribe member on this path. Some of you have already met them and you're trying your best not to future think disappointment. Some of you haven't met them just yet and you're trying not to overthink and future think the disappointment of you following your path or asserting yourself or going for what you want. Because it looks like there's a lot of other things that you could enjoy down this path, and you may not even realize that down this purposeful path there is love for you to meet, or love has been met, or there is some type of soul tribe member that is supposed to come into your world. Because you have a lot of soulmate cards here. Six of Cups, Two of Cups, the Star gives me that energy. You have the Four of Wands. So I really do feel like as your energy comes back into mutual energy of expression, right? Honoring your feelings. You know, the Two of Cups is a mutual energy. Instead of, you know, one person being more emotional, the other energy being aloof, there is this coming together of mutual connection. Mutual sense of appreciation, gratuity, expression, affection, whether it's a soul tribe member or a actual romantic soulmate. But I definitely do feel like some of you are just starting the path, and these energies will be met as you move forward, or you have already started the path, you have already met these energies, and this reading is trying to reel you back into future focused anxiety of disappointment. Because there's going to be a victory for you here with that Ace of Swords of what's coming your way. Wheel of Fortune, once again, you know, it's like almost every reading you get the Wheel of Fortune or Temperance with that Jupiter energy coming through. So as we already know, it's coming to its time at the end of the month of Jupiter moving into Leo. And that activation of Jupiter and that expansion is definitely being seen throughout readings for sure. Especially with you getting assert yourself as your fortune, and that indication of being courageous, and doing things for yourself and having that very specific Jupiterian, Sagittarian, the Pisces traditional ruler is Jupiter too, optimism. You're being called to be optimistic and honor that part of yourself. Because I'd be really careful, because when the snake comes through, it really does say, you know, you could really let the pessimism take you. You could really let the fear take you. Listen to your intuition. And don't let it take you, basically. But free will is here. So you're either going to move with the energy or you're not going to move with the energy when those types of cards come through. Like, this is not a full predictive reading. This is a, you do your part, we'll do our part. But both must do their part for alignment. So this is what I have here for you. And there's something about free will this week too for you, Leo. Because in your love reading, you got the free will card for this week. And now midweek, you're getting the free will card here. So double repetition of those words coming through. Very close in readings to each other. I would definitely say that's a sign. So in terms of zodiac signs in your spread that could be around you or in your chart. Super strong Pisces. You have Aries. You have really strong Aquarius as well. Leo, Libra, Taurus, and Cancer are in your spread. And Leo, you're here too. If I didn't already say that. But this is what I have here for you. Oh, you also have Mercury, Gemini, Virgo. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the astrology cards. Mercury, yes, Gemini, Virgo, 10th house, Capricorn. Uranus, like I said, Aquarius. So this is what I have here for you, Leo. Thank you for being here and for watching. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, amazing day wherever you are at in the world. And keep in mind, your subscribe does not arrive late, nor does your subscribe arrive early. When you hit that subscribe button, it is precisely when you were meant to do it. So if now's the time, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see and talk to all of y'all very, very soon. Bye now, Leo.